And have y'all ever really? Well, I know you spoke on it, John, but Herm, have you ever felt the way when a person kind of it was like a passive aggressive, just a pullback, like okay, and it could be that they felt jealous or they felt as though, well, you don't need me anymore. But it's like that conversation never really happens. The question is, I guess, does it need to happen? Or is it just assumed that you've just outgrown a person or they have nothing else to teach you?
Well, I think it's interesting for me because all my mentors are military mentors,
Okay.
and so I don't really have any mentors in my civilian
Mm,
career as to speak. But with that, like I passed up my mentors, a couple of my mentors, as far as when it come to rank, right? And they made a comment before, it's like, oh no, yeah, you a E8, you don't need, you outrank me, right? And
mm,
I remind them, hey, man, it don't matter if I had all the stripes.
that's
I mean,
right.
you still the top dog because they the ones that brought me up. You know what
Correct.
I mean? But the difference in that is that me and those people aren't competing like John and his mentors were. Man, I'm assuming that they're in Clarksville too. You
Right.
know what I mean? So that's a little bit different. You know what I mean? It's like I mentor you in the business space that I'm in, right? Like, hey, yeah, come here, little John. Let me show you some stuff, little guy here. Push the
Yeah.
lawnmower, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, he done blew up, right? He done blew up.
And got a team of people.
Yeah, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, they all eat off the same business. So it's like, damn, what did I tell him that didn't work for me?
Right.
You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck? What happened? You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not that I could kind of see where they would get frustrated and probably be like, damn, that's just a reminder of, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I ran my mouth. I need to go back and review the tape what I said because
Right.
you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just I think it's a different space when you are all competing for the same customers. You know what I mean? And yeah,
But then, even though, man, it's like, isn't it? And I'm asking you this, and John, specifically in your realm, right? Because there's not going to be any new land being created, so to speak. But is there enough business for everybody? You think?
Man, it's well. Let me correct you, and Herm, you can. Hey, listen, here in Clarksville, ain't a tree safe around here. You
Mm,
know, they listen. They constantly they finding new land. So it's listen. That's enough land out here. It's enough grass out here for everybody. But it's you can't get it all. I mean, you just can't. So it's like one of those things. So there's really no reason to be jealous or in competition. Because me, I'm not in competition with nobody. And I think that was the thing that kind of like hurt. With my mentors and stuff that the ones that kind of like mentored me. Because like I said, I'm coming from the military, even though I grew up doing this. But it's like, okay, now I'm doing this full time. These guys been out here 20 plus years. So I'm like, I'm learning about like coming into a neighborhood. This is new territory. You got other lawn service looking at you like, hey, who are you? What you doing in my hey? You need to find you somewhere else. Hey, this my spot. Like, hey, this my corner. You know,
yeah, yeah. My turf.
paying homage. Like, hey, hey, you need to talk to me before you come into this neighborhood and stuff. So it's like learning those different things. I'm being respectful because in business, if you got to know how to move in certain businesses because people that's in your field, if you show disrespect, man, like people will team up, they'll set you up, they'll try to ruin your good name, all that stuff. Sometimes you can just be doing everything right, and just because you're excelling, people ain't gonna like that.